everybody. It's your girl Angie. Welcome back to Kiss My Cheeks TV. Forgive my voice. I have been talking my ass off tonight. If you have not watched, you can go back. I started off with a video on Monique, Real Housewives of Atlanta. Just finished Love Island, and now we're here for F Boy Island episodes 1 through 3. I ain't about to review all 3 episodes, y'all. I just want to talk about the stuff I want to talk about. And for the most part, let's start with the 3 women. I believe it's Luis, Tamaris, and Mia. Hey, Eric, welcome back. Gorgeous ladies. Gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous women. Most of the men look handsome for the most part. It's too many men to be remembering all their names. So we didn't want to do that. Hey, Davion, what is this show? If you like Love Island, you will love Fuckboy Island. It's really called F Boy Island, but I just can't help to say Fuckboy Island because that's what it stands for. F Boy Island, the concept of the show is to get 3 gorgeous women with about 30 to 40 men. It's so many men there. It's a ton of men. Half of the men are F boys, half of them are good guys. The women's job is to fall in love, so-called love, with a good guy. They're looking for romance. They're looking for dates. Let's be straight up and real. Nobody here is looking for romance or a date, is it? They're looking to entertain Angie. That's it. Entertain me. But at least this is for money. If you fall in love with a good guy, you ride into the sunset and you split $100,000. Cool. If you fall in love with the F-boy could be like, bitch, you should have never trusted me, and they can keep the $100,000 for themselves, and you go home looking stupid. Now, last season, one of the girls fell in love with an F-boy, and he chose to keep the money, but then the host was like, gotcha, you can't have the money neither. It got to go to a charity of old girl's choice. And I was like, well, why would anybody else come do this show if they know the money is going to go to charity? Everybody just going to come on here and fall in love so they can split it. And that's going to be boring. So the host told us in the beginning, I forgot her name. Y'all know I ain't good with names because I ain't take notes. I might take notes one day if the episode be really, really good. But whatever her name is, and she's a comedian, so she's funny. Davion, you will like it because the host of this show is funny. She said, look, last season we know we stole the money from him, but if you trick the woman this season, you get to keep it. So all the F boys was really cheering. Really, all you have to do was look in the crowd and see who was really cheering hard when she said you could actually keep the money. Them the F boys, because they looking to keep the money. But anyway, that's the concept of the show. It's entertaining. They go out on a lot of dates. They kiss a lot of people in the mouth, like on Love Island. Pretty much the same concept. It's a lot messier. It's a whole lot messier. Instead of 30 to 40 women trying to gain 3 men's attention, all these men are being messy to gain 3 women's attention. You will like it. And the fashion's amazing. It's a step up from Fashion Nova. Just a tiny step. A tiny one. But a step up from Fashion Nova. Anyway, so pretty much episode 1, what caught my attention is they brought people back from last season. And the first person we noticed that they bring back is Peter. Peter was an F-boy last season. He claimed to be reformed. I don't believe that shit. But he got kicked off first last season. So why he get to come back if you got kicked off first? But Mia, who was the black girl, who I love her braids. But Mia, yes, Eric, it's much wilder than F-Boy Island because the boys really get into it and the boys get really petty in ways that you aren't really used to seeing men get petty, but they entertain me. As long as you entertaining me, I'm into it. So Peter is back and Mia is in love with Peter and I'm rolling my eyes. I'm like, bitch, I don't mean to call nobody a bitch. Mia, you know I don't mean it if you watch this. I just like to say bitch a lot. So I'm like, bitch, why you want to be with Peter ass and you know he a F-boy from last season? It ain't nothing he could say. But I mean, they making a TV show. They entertaining me. Mia loves Peter. Mia took Peter out on about 3 or 4 dates in the first 2-3 episodes. So it's Mia and Peter. Up next, I think Mercedes is the number one guy of Luis's. She's the blonde haired girl. Mercedes is kind of into it because Mercedes does have the attitude of Luis is my girl. You could try, but she mine. I don't think he's walking around the house telling people they don't even need to try because he gives me cocky. He is an F boy, but Luis doesn't know it. He gives me cocky, but also confident. Like, you can go on a date with my girl. She coming back with me anyway. So when old boy said what he said about Mercedes, I didn't believe it. I don't believe Mercedes would walk around the house telling people they don't even need to go after Luis because that's my girl. Now, up next is Tamaris. I kind of like that name. It's very different. Like, I've never heard of I've never heard of anyone with the name Tamaris. So I think it's a beautiful name. And she has the bubblegum pink hair. Gorgeous. So Tamaris is number one guy. I want to say somebody named Tom. Let me tell you, Tamaris, go ahead and drop Tom. I don't care if he's a good guy or an F boy. Tom is corny. He's on here fake crying. I don't know if she wants to be with him or not, but I don't want to see her hurt again. She's too good of a woman to get hurt again. I'm like, sir, you only been here 3 days. You don't know her like that to be crying. You crying like that's your sister. Like that's your mama. I was over Tom. Now, Tom is crying because somewhere in one of the episodes, Casey done brought his ass back. Casey was an F-boy from last season. Now, Casey is cute. Casey is gorgeous. I can understand why you brought him back, but I don't understand why you bringing people back. I mean, it's a TV show, production. But let's give fresh people a new chance. Now, when they did the little dance episode, can't none of them dance. Very clear. They brought in 3 new people. One of them name was John, and John was the only one that was eye-catching to me. The other 2 can go right back home. But when they brought in John, they brought in Casey. And Tamaris already claimed Casey. Casey, I want him. I like him. He fine over here. And she kind of pushed Tom to the wayside, and that's when Tom started crying. And I was over it. Once I saw him crying, I was over it. Yes, this show is all over the place. And the last thing I want to talk about, because I didn't write down all the dates, just watch the show and see the dates. I only really care about the mess. I like how at the end of the show, 3 people go home every week. We getting them up and out. Up and out. We ain't got 5, 6 episodes before one person go home. Up and out. Get out the house. If you a F-boy, you go to something called Limbro. Now, you tell me in the chat and in the comments, do you think they really out there chilling in Limbro? Or do they just make them sit there when it's time to shoot a scene and then they go off to the house where the other good guys go? Because the good guys go off to a different mansion. And I believe it gets messier. Davion or anybody else who has not gotten into the show, it gets messier because at one point in the season, they're going to make you say if you an F-boy or a nice guy. At another point in the season, all the evicted guys get to come in and read you and spill all your dirt. And so it's real messy. The show get real messy. So that's why the review is kind of light today, because it really ain't got messy yet. We holding up for it. They sit there. I think so too, Eric. They just sit there for the scene because it ain't no way they living out there on Limbro. Now, the last aha of episodes 1 through 3 is Garrett's punk ass. Now, Garrett is the one who was supposed to win the money last season, but it went to charity. And see, I don't understand. I can't remember old girl name. Why she picked Garrett anyway? Because it was revealed he had a girlfriend in the house. Oh, and you get to go through all their social media and spy. You went through his social media and you saw that he had a girlfriend and you still believe his ass. He was bromancing with Casey. Like, Garrett and Casey were like this. Like, they were more together than they were with the girls. And ain't nothing wrong with it. They just had a great friendship. But they were on fuck shit together as well. You had all the red flags, old girl, and you still chose to be with Garrett. I don't understand why. You deserve to lose the money. But anyway, Garrett is back and he's hanging out in Limbro. And we see in an upcoming scene, we don't know which episode, Garrett is going to come back and shock the house and I guess spill tea on Peter because Casey don't like Peter either. And I'm like, why don't y'all like Peter? He was only there one episode. Like, what did he really do? I don't get it. But I can't wait to review the rest of F-Boy Island. I know it's some fuck shit coming. Somebody gonna pass out and need an ambulance because they hear some drama. We got to see what Garrett up to, what Casey up to, what Peter up to. Somebody got a whole fiance at home. Like, it's gonna be some mess. I can't wait to talk about the mess with you all as we see it. I love a good, entertaining, messy dating show. Like, I don't mind if y'all don't fall in love for real, as long as you entertain me. That's all I really care about. You too, right? So we will be back for F-Boy Island along with Love Island. We're going to have some island fun over the summer. Hopefully my glam will be back. But again, I went to the gym today. So this is fresh out of the shower hair. Doing my best to give y'all a review. So forgive me. And I will be back. Oh, I need a little bit of water. I'll be back tomorrow night for episode 2 of Love Island. Y'all probably gonna see me damn near every day with Love Island because it come on like damn near every day. So the reviews might not be long, but they will be up. So see you all later. Like this video. Go ahead and get in the comments. If you're on the rewatch, go ahead and hit subscribe. If you're new to Kiss My Cheeks TV, I do a lot of the competition shows like Big Brother Survivor, The Challenge. I do a couple of the reality shows like The Housewives and The Love and Marriages, you know, the OWN Network and the Bravo Network. And I love a good love show. I love a good Love Island, Ready to Love, F-Boy Island. I don't do The Bachelor. That shit is boring. But all the other love shows, I'm here for it. I'm really here for it. Oh, I appreciate you too, Davion. We're jumping island to island, Eric. Yes, island to island. And let me tell y'all something. For the most part, I had a good day. I came in contact with a Karen at the doctor's office and I lost my mind. I went off, I snapped. It was finally time to go off on somebody. So I lost it for a little bit. I went to the pool, I went to the gym, worked out, calmed down. But this, talking to you all on lives and just doing these reviews, lift my spirits so much. Y'all don't know how much it means to me just to talk to you all. So you appreciate me. I appreciate you. Like, my attitude is definitely now 100% changed. So thank you for that. I'm off to go watch Love Island and The Challenge. Y'all have a good night. Bye.